What happens to students with autism after high school? Historically, not much was expected. Data from the early 2000s show that only about 34.7% of students with autism went on to attend college, and of those, fewer than 39% completed their degrees. The number of autistic students continuing on to college has increased dramatically since then, as the national rates of autism diagnoses have quadrupled over the last 20 years. While autistic students have been an increasing part of the college landscape for decades, their needs were often misunderstood or overlooked.
So as post-secondary institutions have started to get the message that these students are coming to campus and can be successful if they're provided the right kind of support and guidance, there have been a number of schools that have started creating what we're calling autism-specific college support programs. And those programs provide all kinds of services, particularly the things that are unique to autism, some of the communication or social interaction components, some of the executive functioning components. And these programs are really at the cutting edge of what's being done to support college students with autism. But ideally, what we really want is to get the entire institution to understand that committing to their success also helps the success of everyone on campus, because the things we would do that would help autistic students, generally speaking, are going to help every other student on campus too.
The College Autism Network, or CAN, which connects educators, researchers, and advocates to share best practices, has been keeping track of these programs for the last 5 years.
So in 2016, I founded the College Autism Network. It's a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to using evidence-guided practice to improve students' access, experiences, and outcomes in higher education.
CAN has identified over 100 autism-specific support programs across the United States, though they are concentrated in certain regions and types of institutions. For instance, a significant number of these programs are found at four-year institutions and public universities, with a noticeable lack in two-year colleges. However, not all institutions have kept pace. A 2019 study revealed that while some institutions are creating autism-specific programs, these efforts are often isolated, inconsistent, and rely on small groups of individual members of faculty or staff.
But there's still work to be done, both within these programs and in translating some of the insights gained through these programs and apply them more broadly to more institutions and then throughout entire institutions so that they permeate an entire campus.
Research shows that many colleges are still unprepared to support their autistic students.
When kids with autism are in high school, they have IDEA as the governing law, and that law requires that the schools actually take proactive steps to identify and then support students with disabilities. Once these students get to college, they then fall under ADA, and that takes the onus off of the school and puts it back on the student. And you throw on top of that the fact that now parents can't get direct access to the educational institution or the student records. And for a lot of these kids, it's a real transition beyond what it was for a neurotypical student. So that's why we call it the policy cliff, because the policies that are so proactive in requiring the school to intervene in a K-12 setting, they shift and move away to the college setting. And that means students have to take a much more proactive role and self-disclose and to formally seek accommodations before they're going to get any specialized support services.
Looking to the future, the goal is clear: to turn the policy cliff into more of a rolling hill, a smoother transition from high school through higher education and out into the workforce. To do so, we must amplify the voices of autistic students, empower families to make informed decisions about college, and support institutions looking to provide the best possible environment for success.
While the research we've been doing has helped us identify the ways in which autistic college students can recognize and then reframe and then resolve their problems at the individual level, what we really want to have is personally adaptive institutions. These are institutions that don't wait for a problem to pop up before they take action. Instead, they are institutions that are recognizing the students that are showing up on their campuses. They are anticipating what the needs of those students will be, and they are being proactive in taking steps to ensure their success. And while we can take the lessons that we've been learning from the research and apply it to autistic college students, those same lessons can be applied to the entire campus community.